Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today for my Read Aloud with you. Today we are going to read The Digger and the Flower. And if you're using this at home with loved ones for kindergartners who are trying to recall key details and retell you what happens in the story, or maybe just identify the major characters or events that's happening in the story, it will cover these kindergarten standards. Also, if you're doing this at home with a loved one and not just to listen to me read, I want you to think about what's the author's purpose of this story? Why did he write this, or what message is he trying to tell us? Okay, so this is The Digger and the Flower, and it's by Joseph Kuefler. I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Let me turn that way. We can do it. There we go. You can see more of the picture while I read. It was morning and the big trucks were ready to work. Let's hoist, said the crane. Let's push, said the dozer. Let's dig, said the digger. Together they built tall buildings for working. They built roads for driving and bridges for crossing. They built and built until the loud whistle blew. The other big trucks took a break, but Digger did not. Why did Digger not take a break? He found something in the rubble. Hello there, he said. The flower was tiny, but it was beautiful. Every day, while the other big trucks built, Digger visited the flower. What do you think he likes about visiting the flower so much? He watered it when its leaves looked dry. He shielded it on windy days. And just before he switched off for the night, Digger sang the flower a bedtime song. The flower grew, but the city grew too. Soon every space had been filled. Every space but one. And what space is that? And then let's think, do you think they're going to leave the space alone? Or do you think they're going to have to build a building in that space? And if they have to build a building, what might happen to the flower? We need to put a building here, said Crane. Dozer started his engine. Before Digger could stop him, oh no, what's gonna happen? Dozer blew a big puff of smoke and cut the flower down. Now why would he do that? What is supposed to go in that space? And then, how do you think Digger is feeling about the flower being cut down? Then the other big trucks went back to work, but Digger did not. When the smoke cleared, Digger saw something in the rubble. What do you think he sees? Little seeds, he said. What can he do with those seeds? He scooped them up and drove. He drove past the tall buildings, past the furthest house on the furthest street, he drove to a place no big trucks had ever been. What's the difference between this place and, let's see, this place? So let's compare. What are the differences that we see between the two places? There, Digger stopped. He dug and scooped and tucked the seeds into the warm earth. What's going to happen? Every day, Digger cared for the seeds. He watered them when their leaves looked dry. He shielded them on windy days. And just before he switched off for the night, Digger sang the flowers a bedtime song. The end. So what do you think the author's reason for writing this story for you, for boys and girls, is? What's the purpose of him writing this story? And there's just a little picture about the author and some information. So, thank you for joining me while I read The Digger and the Flower to you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.